Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know.
Hola, bon dia, alegria. Munson here with the Good Morning Portugal show, the live stream, the podcast, the Portugal Club, and a chronological malfunction, as we call it in the trade. I don't think I've ever had that happen here on the Good Morning Portugal show. But anyway, here now, and bon dia, alegria. What's this? Bon dia, alegria from Mati, a todos. E feliz quarta-feira. Happy hump day. Yes, it is, of course. A T-Duck as well. Bon dia, alegria, gumpers. And a request. New release from Christopher Maloney. I can't hold on. That's good. And happy Mercury Day. We are doing the days of the week in the God style, are we not? Andero also here. Bon dia. I would like to suggest songs from musicals for today's show. If I were a rich man. Don't Cry for Me, Evita. Gethsemane, a J.S. Sweet, Transvestite, okay, Rocky Horror Show, for example. Well, I need specifics, so name one of those at least, if you will, Andorra. And why are you in a musical mood, I wonder, this morning? Mike's here as well, Bon dia Gumpers, requests, Andero, liking the sound of the musicals then. Yes, and I think when you look at a Christopher Maloney video, there's a sense of the grand musical as well. He's acting out his videos, and I think there are like 12 of them. He's releasing his new album, all as videos, and another one dropped yesterday. Oh, thanks, Mick, for keeping me company as well this morning. It's going to take a little bit of engineering here to make sure the music's playing. So let me just press a few buttons. Keep the words coming in. And your comments, if you will. Oh, an allergy to musicals as well. Now, this might be the day where you say, do you know what? I didn't realise I loved musicals so much, but then again, it might not. I think I've said before, I've done programs with people. I didn't think I liked jazz, and it soon turns out people didn't realise they did like jazz. They just didn't like it in the way that they thought they did. Maybe with musicals, it is a bit more Marmite. I don't know. New release from Christopher Maloney may well be played this morning then. Kraftwerk. Why is everybody so demanding musically this morning? You Can't Stop the Beat, Hairspray as well. We've got Barak joining us with Barak's Beef and Barak's Break as well. He's got a nice European break organised for us, I believe. I think it might be a Christmas trip with his BMZ Travel. Model. Is that, so you'd like the model. Sie ist ein Model and sie sieht gut aus. Shall I sing along to the whole song in German? Oh, Tommy, there you go. You do like the exception, perhaps, that proves the rule. I'm open to a bit of Pinball Wizard myself as well. And we had a couple of requests from John Heimbach as well. Do you know what? I think, given the late start, we might have a late finish as well, and play some of that music that you've all been requesting this morning. Goo Goo Muck was the first request of John Heimbach. So he was first in, and that was actually yesterday. And then we shall return to these other tunes, and we'll get ourselves together. We're talking to Carl McAdam in just a moment as well. He's calling us live, or connecting with us live from a wonderful place where I made my second Convivio video. I need to send him the link as well so he can join us on the show, as well as Mick Jagger this morning. So doing that now, and of course the Portuguese citizenship test as well. I'm not getting anything from my search for Goo Goo Muck. Is John Heimbach winding me up, perhaps, I wonder? So I've got some work to do to make all of this work. Barak's also setting up behind the scenes as well. So Goo Goo Muck seems to be failing us at the moment. That's a funny moment for Barak to join us on the screen. What on earth is Carl talking about? Not getting anything on my pewter that's doing the searching at the moment. I like Kraftwerk, says T-Duck. The model, or any song that Florian sings. Okay, so it might have to be the model while I look for some of these other obscure tunes that are proving a little more difficult to find this morning. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn off the database and then restart it and see if that does anything good. Yeah, flying by the seat of my pants at the moment. What else is new, you might say, Carl? A chronological malfunction this morning. I think maybe the first time ever in Good Morning Portugal history. Can you ever remember a time I was late because the alarm clock... Well, my phone wasn't on. I set an alarm, but for some reason, the phone had turned itself off, only for me to find it at 7:59 this morning, saying to Mrs. M, I think I might be late as I woke up. Can you tell me what the time is? Turns out it was 7:59. Okay, we found some goo-goo muck now. And can we have the clean-up team in aisle number 3, please, for this goo-goo muck? I've never heard this before. I know who the Cramps are, but I don't know this tune. It was the request of John Heimbach, who's travelling today. Bon voyage to you. And let's listen to the Cramps and this intriguingly named tune, Goo-Goo Muck. Thank you very much to you, Joao Ernesto, for this request.
When the sun goes down and the moon comes up, I turn into a teenage goo-goo muck. Yeah, I cruise through the city and I roam the streets, looking for something that is nice to eat. You better duck when I show up. Goo-goo muck. I'm the night-head hunter looking for some head with a way-out body underneath that head. Yeah, I'll get you, baby, with a little love, 'cause I'm a teenage tiger and a goo-goo muck. You better duck when I show up. The goo-goo muck. Yeah, the city is a jungle and I'm a beast. I'm a teenage tiger looking for a feast. Yeah, I want the most, but I'll take the least. 'Cause I'm a goo-goo muck tiger and a teenage beast. You better duck when I show up. The goo-goo muck.
That's a nice little riff, is it not? Yes, very good. Thank you for that selection there, John H. Joao de Nort, travelling today. We'll connect with you on the other side of the water there, John. The Cramps there and Goo-Goo Muck, about which John says... we've got Goo-Goo Muck, 1981 single, gained massive popularity after its use in an iconic dance scene in the Netflix series Wednesday. Don't know any of that. Didn't know there was a Netflix series called Wednesday. Right. We are connecting with Carl McAdam in just a moment in anticipation of talking to Barak. And all of your wonderful musical suggestions will be carried forward until 9 o'clock, where we'll hang out and make all good. We should have caught up with ourselves by then, and we'll play a bit of music after we've chatted with Barak and Carl this morning. Sorry for the late arrival of this service. Right, let me just send the link to Carl, who's on location for us. I am being sent all the most amazing properties at the moment, quite extraordinary, and I think I need to showcase more of them on my Convivio channel, which is new on YouTube, which I think is just going to be extraordinary, distinctive, and very special properties here in Portugal. We started with a couple of videos that I made, but I'm just actually getting inundated with amazing things that are coming through on that basis. Portuguese citizenship test question then this day, the 24th of September. Which wine style? And yes, good morning to you. We've just had somebody new join us at the Portugal Club. And yet, sometimes when someone has a strange name or leaves a strange comment, an unusual name, not strange, an unusual name, they're called, well, Roland's not that unusual, but no, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But the message they left me is good vibes. Now, I'm wondering if that's a genuine or a spamming sort of thing. Time will tell. You can join the Portugal Club free of charge at theportugalclub.com, where we're asking this question this morning. And yes, as you were saying yesterday, Lisa, no, they're not all wine questions. And to become a Portuguese citizen, you don't have to know about wine, but it does help. Which wine style? Oh, and I've got a Douro White for the wine of the week that I picked up from Sergio at Red Notes yesterday. Which wine style is associated with the term tawny? Is it white port, is it aged port, or is it rosé? And I think even those of you with the most basic of Portuguese alcohol knowledge will know that it's probably not one of those, which is unusual in distinguishing itself. It's probably one of the other two who share a similarity. So guesses for that, if you will, and I'll put the link to it into the chat as well. And while Carl's getting ready to join us, perhaps we should have another tune. The second suggestion of Joao Denot, who was in early with request suggestions yesterday. Obvious reasons. Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. Travelling early were we there, John? Maybe tuning in from your journey this morning. So Wednesday morning, Simon and Garfunkel. This is. I've not heard this either. We'll play it now, and we'll talk to Carl McAdam on the other side of this. Everything's running a little bit late this morning. Okay, Simon and Garfunkel then. Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. A nice gentle start to this. Oh no, it's low in the mix because it suddenly turned itself off to a different input. Let me change that and take it back to the beginning of the tune then. In that case, there we go.
I can hear the soft breathing of the girl that I love as she lies here beside me, asleep with the night, and her hair in a fine mist floats on my pillow, reflecting the glow of the winter moonlight. She is soft, she is warm, but my heart remains heavy, and I watch as her breast gently rise, gently fall. For I know with the first light of dawn I'll be leaving, and tonight will be all I have left to recall. Oh, what have I done? Why have I done it? I've committed a crime, broken the law. For $25 and pieces of silver, I held up and robbed a hard liquor store. My life seems unreal, my crime an illusion, a scene badly written in which I must play. Yet I know as I gaze at my young love beside me, the morning is just a few hours away.
Well, that's a thing of beauty, isn't it? Simon and Garfunkel, and Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. for the travelling John and Pam this morning. Okay, I think I need to change things up a little, change the settings. Barak joining us soon with a Barak Beef, and it might be quite lightweight. I think he's changing, actually. A Barak Beef and a Barak Break for you this morning. And now the other Carl, who I refer to as the other Carl. Kind of, everybody. who's joining us from Central Portugal this morning. Hello, mate. How are you doing?
How you doing? Nice to see you.
Yeah, and
How are
you.
you?
And I woke up at 7:59, Carl. I don't know
Oh
if you're.
no!
I don't know if you're able to discern that from the messaging, or was I entirely
No,
professional, unable to?
you are
Okay,
completely professional.
excellent, excellent. Okay, well, thank you so much for being a pro and being on time and on site as requested. Unlike myself here.
Just trying my best.
Yes, where are you? Let us know if you will, please.
Yeah, this is we're up in Barabasha. This is a farm here that I'm currently helping to hopefully sell, and
Yep.
it's called Quinta de Sitio de Ponvelha.
Yep.
The situation of the old bridge, I guess, as a Quinta.
Oh yes, very
Um,
good.
Yeah, and it's lovely place, amazing, big villa you can see behind me there.
Yes, very nice.
And it's 3 hectares with river frontage and 5 other houses, stone ruins that are being
Juicing your own.
converted, and
Yep.
it's a stunning place. Yeah.
It
There's a
really
video.
is. I'm gonna roll some VT in the background while we ask you a few more questions. It was a video I made,
Okay.
but I'll just kill the sound on it so that we can. It's a short, made for maximum effect and eyeballs. But as you can see there, it's an old lagar, isn't it? Which is an olive
Yes.
press mill, and that's all
Yes.
in good working order, is it? You can actually power the mill from the river next to the property and create your own olive oil from olives that you've grown on the site.
I mean, it will require the new owner to convert some of the actual machinery inside there to rework it. But the stone mill is there. The wheel is working. It needs clearing on its channel because obviously the water is diverted from the river nearby, which is, in Portugal, it's not such a guarantee. And this particular situation comes with it's like a legality, a license to permit the water to be taken from the river, used. Obviously it returns to the river naturally.
Yeah.
And that in
Yeah.
itself is quite unique, actually. It's not as common as you think. People that have river sides to their properties, don't actually have the access to do that. They can swim in the river, but they can't take the water from the river. And that's what this particular property has as a sort of an extra, advantage to it. There's some of the ruins behind me there, so they've been recently semi converted with wiring and plumbing. And
I see that from the video. Yeah, there's a huge renovation. Well, that's part renovation, isn't it? But there's a huge opportunity here with the buildings that are on site, and that's an entirely separate building from the main house, which you can see a little glimpse of there. The house itself is what?
I'll come down here.
How
I'll show you the house behind me there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How many bedrooms have you got in the main house?
4.
4. It's a T4.
But what's amazing about the main house is it's sort of like it looks like a villa from behind. You can see the sort of back of it there. But actually, it's really more like a bungalow, and with a very, very large, like a full length of the whole house is one room upstairs as well, through a proper staircase. Sort of a twisting old mahogany wooden staircase, which I can show you later. But so it's actually a very surprising space inside. I mean, it's not the most modern of buildings, but it's not as old-fashioned as some of the houses you come across in Portugal that have come on the market.
The sweet spot, perhaps. Not really old with some of the most primitive building methods, but not one of the new ice cubes or sugar cube styles. Oh, so what's this?
No, not like that modern. Exactly.
I'm going to give you a full screen here. So what's that? What is that? The building you referred to that's part refurbed in the back?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I'll wander down there as well and show you that now. It's quite beautiful. I mean, it's surprisingly sort of cleanly. I was very impressed with the work that's been done. Actually, it's because there's 2 more at the back of the property. I mean, this is the gar through the trees here, right at the back of the corner. You can't see from here. It's 3 more. I mean, really, basically, they're large rooms that are sort of sold as individual properties because they have actual separate licenses, habitation licenses, which out here in Portugal is a big issue for property purchasers. Having the legality to live inside the building, because there's lots of buildings, but can you live in them? And a lot of these are pre-51, which means they're they were built before 1951, obviously. And there's a sort of not a loophole, but a freedom to be able to do more work on them and convert them into properties to live in without actual applying for full-on planning, as it were. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here's
Look
the.
at this. Isn't that beautiful? And
Absolutely.
you're used to it. It's like the water you swim in. But that
Yeah,
backdrop, the Beira where you live,
yeah,
is absolutely stunning, isn't it? You're just walking about nonchalantly there, but to us city slickers and coastal dwellers,
yeah, yeah.
that's a very different Portuguese landscape as well, isn't it? It looks absolutely
It
beautiful there.
really is. I mean, it's a funny thing because obviously, well, you can see behind me up there. Hopefully, you can see there's the mountains, the mountain ranges of Gardunias,
Beautiful.
and obviously, recently there has been well, all over the country. It's a time of the year, isn't it, for for a little bit of sort of a scorched earth
The F
situation.
word.
But
The F
you
word
can see how much.
yes.
Exactly, but you can see just how green it is, even with that situation, even with the summer, not finished in the sense of it hasn't rained, haven't come yet. You can just see how green the whole land is. There's so much greenery, figs. We've got
Absolutely
figs.
beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll take you in here. This is one of the ruins. I can take you through the back. You'll hear hopefully the sound of the waterfall.
The waterfall on the property that you can hear through
Yes.
the window.
Yes,
Very
exactly.
nice.
There we go. And there it is. Look, can you sit down there? I'm not sure how
Oh,
close you can get to that.
I can't hear it at the
And that's-
moment, but yeah,
No,
take
you
your
can't
word
hear
for
it.
that.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Well,
like absolutely gorgeous down there.
So that could be
The
your
whole
view of your office, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay, all right. Very nice.
And
Okay,
this has
so
been done well, and you can see the pointing's been done, and you've got the
Yes.
cable. It's got to a good state with things like oops, a bit dark there, like the new box put in, and the
Yeah.
chasing for the wires and lighting over there.
okay, so some of the hard work has been done in that regard.
Exactly. Yeah, a good amount of money has been spent on these two properties and this is very special. This just strangely, without getting too architectural, but, people's work on these buildings. Look at this very smooth piece of so if you come close enough to it, you can see how it's rough on the outside and smooth on the edges. This is like this is like lintels, but four around the whole window. Yeah.
Man to man, I admire your mullions this morning.
Thank you.
Beautifully finished. Okay, excellent.
And then coming down here, we can see the Lagar, which is ahead of me there. That's the old stone building, which is absolutely massive building. Probably, I think it's something on the paper. I think it's like over 200 square meters with 2 floors.
So that could be. We've got Airbnb potential, sort of holiday home or family annexes as well.
Yep.
It's very versatile place. So 3 principal buildings: a T4 villa, the part refurbed office block, Airbnb annex of some sort, and then the Lagar. So the potential, and you would think, wouldn't you, that the local authority would be open and sensitive about this, but you could be off-grid, hydro-powered potentially from that
very
river.
easily. Very easily. I mean, it's like incredible. Not only the river itself runs with 2 amazingly beautiful waterfalls that most of the year are fast flowing. Right now, it's a bit more gentle, but as soon as the rains come, they're fast. It's a very main river from the nearest village. This actual property is set in a village called Castelo Novo, Newcastle. Those are English. I find that funny, but it's nothing like Newcastle as we know it, but it's like beautiful little village. It's actually one of the famous 12 aldeias de históricas, which is there's 12 villages in the area here, including Monsanto and
okay, so it's on that trust. In a very nice part of the world, close to Spain, of course.
Yes,
not
very
far
close.
From Castelo Branco or Coimbra, which is going to be the Prince Nick's biggest principal city.
Castelo Branco. Yeah, we're in the Castelo Branco municipality. So and in Concelho, it's funny. It's in both. There's a breakup. The first thing is it's a municipality. Then you get the Concelho. So we're in both of those, both Castelo Branco. And you see, look, we're just at the end of the season of the figs. Some here that's still pretty good. I might pick one and show you. There's these little black ones that are stunning, and there's little blue ones. There's little green ones up there as well. The green and black, but
love it.
Munch on that. Yeah.
Little wasp tombs. Do you know every fig has its own particular type of wasp?
Yes,
any old wasp. They are matched with a particular wasp, aren't they, to make it fertilized and nice and crunchy for you to eat this morning.
Yeah. And you know what's even more mad about that, though? I'll tell you a very crazy story that I read recently about I think the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta was written in an ink that comes from wasps. Like
way.
Yeah, seriously. There's a particular wasp. I think it's could be to do with the oak, and they grind the little oak, like they call it oak apples, aren't they? Little oak, weird sort of
the cobs, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they grind that down. And the powder they make is they found was they obviously must have come across it accidentally. Is indelible. You know, it's like this crazy ink when it gets wet, it gets sort of blue, and they made this ink out of that, and that's based on those wasps.
Okay. Wow, amazing. We keeping him waiting. Let's bring Barak on because he might have something to say
Okay.
about this. A lovely place for somebody with horses. Let's bring him onto the screen. Barak, sorry to keep you waiting, mate. How are you?
No worries. How are you?
Yeah, really good.
Fantastic.
Good morning.
This is
Morning.
Carl. You're sandwiched between two Carls this morning. Which,
That's a Carl sandwich, pretty special.
some people
That is
dream of
special.
that. Some people would pay a lot of money for that. Now,
I think so.
are you thinking to yourself, this is a fine place for equestrians? Would those buildings lend themselves to stabling? Is this a good place for somebody with horses? You're a horse fan, aren't you?
I don't know. I'd have to see what the back of it looks like. The front doors.
Take it around
You're not going to get too many horses through the front. Now, through those two green doors right behind you, yeah, probably.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that
So
would
we
probably
could
work
we
out.
could
Of
we
course
could
you got
ride our
stairs.
horses. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's difficult for horses.
Yeah, the horses are not real keen on
They're
stairs.
they're not loving the stairs. But if
No,
you could stable them, you could ride into Fundão. Castelo Branco is the big city. Fundão is the next one along. And of course, yes, by some people's standards, a town. By Portuguese standards, a city, of course. I'm having a little wander around the property with Carl here, but an absolutely beautiful gem of a place with a lot of potential. Not for the faint-hearted, though, right, Barak? I think you bought somewhere in Portugal, and you're thinking to yourself, "I've got a nice lot of land." You have to be careful making choices of that kind, don't you?
yes. Yeah. We thought, oh, well, we'll just we'll buy a little place and we'll have a little bit of land. Yeah. Between the olive trees, the orange trees, and all the other fruit trees and everything else, it's a lot of work.
Yes. So
It's a lot of work.
you have to be ready for that. And some people really are, aren't they, Carl? They're going to come here. They can get into olive production. There are fruit trees, aren't there? There's all sorts that could be done here for a. I think it's probably not one person. This is going to have to be a family or a community taking over this site here, right? For that sort of work and lifestyle.
Definitely, there's such potential for that. I mean, there's with those 5 properties. I mean, you mentioned the 3 different buildings. Actually, there's 4 buildings because, but though 2 of those that are sort of ruined and being converted, they're actually 5 separate dwellings. So you could have a very large little community here. Like 5 different groups of people being here. Along in the main house, maybe it could be a communal space. And yeah, there's lots of potential for that. Lots of growth for sort of growing maybe an eco-tourist place or an eco development of land for. Because obviously, well, the lady that's here actually is very interested in the permaculture philosophy and hasn't ever sprayed anything here, so it's been very clean. It's organic,
Right.
river behind me here. Can somebody use as beaches on the side of the river there? Can't really see the river through that.
Are you going for a dip now? You've been invited to coffee at Matty's house. You're not far from Matty's coffee. Down
really?
the road. Yeah.
In
So if you want to pop in and see Matty,
I will.
maybe Pete Bleach. Where's Pete Bleach? Everyone, I haven't seen him for ages. But thanks, Carl. Is that
No
the name of your real estate operation? DIY Power as well? No, it's the Nomad. The last time we saw you,
Could
the
be.
Nomad system, wasn't it? But you're definitely off
DIY house power, to call it.
Yeah,
we did. Yeah, last time you saw me was on the beach in the. Oh no, we did it at home, didn't we? Actually, on the show, but we did the iron.
Off-grid power. Yeah, and again, that's something that this place lends itself to, is getting off grid in all sorts of ways, not just power wise, but then psychologically as well. Thanks, Carl. And I put people in touch with you if somebody's interested. I'll send them your way, right? Okay.
That'd be great. Thanks so much, Carl. Great to see you.
Muito bom dia.
Take care.
Bom dia in Central Portugal. Lots of love to you and the fam over there. Take care, mate. Ciao, ciao. All right.
Cheers.
Superb. The other Carl.
Nice place.
Yes. Oh, there you go. You're spotlit there. That was weird, wasn't it? Right. And I maybe should join you on the screen. There you go. That's how
Maybe.
we do it. Right. Barak's Beef is what your slot called, where you basically moan about something here in Portugal. It was hilarious last time, Barak, and it was your efforts to get your little European stipend for being a farmer here. And I think you were getting to a point of like, oh, forget It was just so you spent so much on petrol and so much personal time to get your 27.50 a year or whatever it was that you
Right,
thought.
right.
Bugger
By
it.
the way, I still have not received that check.
So sorry to laugh. Okay, so it's
Oh
still
no,
in the
no,
post.
I still have not received the check. Now,
Okay.
of course, they did say, wait till the end of September. Oh, today's the 24th, so all right, I'll give it
Well,
till next
no,
week.
to be fair, come on. To be fair, it's a whole week left. Yeah, a
I
lot can
know.
happen.
That's
A
what I
lot
said.
can
I'll give it till next week.
happen.
Okay, and then we'll go have a chat. So it's
Right.
still ongoing.
All right. Um, Incredible. And beef this month
Oh,
is
jeez.
beef brisket. Is that
Yeah.
right? You're in a slightly different mood because it's Jewish New Year.
Right.
Someone else told me yesterday. Jewish New Year. We are celebrating 5,786 years. Are we
Yes.
not? So what do I say? What's the customary greeting at Jewish New Year?
Rosh Hashanah. Happy New Year.
Rosh Hashanah. Happy New Year. Okay, Happy New
Yes.
Year's quite easy.
Happy New Year. It's easy.
Right.
It's
And,
easy.
and you're
Or if you want to be technical, you could be Shana Tova.
Shana Tova. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Am I allowed to shout Mazel Tov as well, or is that not appropriate in this situation?
Mazel Tov is
Eh.
more congratulations. So
Okay. Well,
congratulations on the new year. All right. So you made it around the
well,
sun one more time.
5,786. That's a
186.
Mazel Tov, is it not? Well, that's
Yeah.
quite the new year to be celebrating. And the Barak beef.
And I feel all of it.
Okay, yes. Right. However, just think how much you'd feel it if you weren't living in Portugal and having your soul soothed
Oy.
over it. Could be worse, right?
It could be a lot worse.
So, is it right that Barak's beef then is beef brisket? And I'm sure, with all festivals, of course, the food is a very important part. I know it is with Jewish festivals.
It
Beef
is.
brisket,
Yeah.
is that a traditional dish for this particular celebration in the calendar?
Usually, yeah.
Right.
It's usually beef brisket, and then there's other dishes that accompany it. So,
Oh.
I made a potato kugel, which is basically shredded potatoes and onions, some egg, salt, pepper, and mixed together and stuck in the oven.
Oh, that's baked. I thought you were going to fry
Yeah.
that.
No,
Yes.
no,
Okay.
just bake it.
That sounds nice. That sounds very good, and something you can make from some really nice, tasty Portuguese ingredients. Anything else? Is it the big meal like on Saturday? How is this going to play out? How do we do it if we were doing it authentically?
We had ours last night.
Oh, okay, all
So
right. So
yeah, we had ours last night. It's you'll usually have it. I'm actually like a day or so late because
Oh,
I just wasn't paying attention to it, and then all of a sudden it snuck up on me, kind of like the show did for you this morning.
well, yes,
It,
okay,
it sort of snuck up on me, and I
yeah,
was like, oh, well, okay, so the New Year's pretty much for the week, so I'll just do it later
okay.
in the week.
So it is a week-long,
Yeah,
a festival then. Okay,
yeah.
all right. And I'm guessing you're not part of a big Jewish community in and
No,
around Travancore. Where
no.
where would you go to celebrate, in a bigger community perhaps? In Tamar, I know there's an ancient synagogue there.
Right.
Coimbra perhaps as well? Where would one go?
Yeah, probably in Coimbra.
Right.
You'd probably go to the synagogue, and you'll go to services. So you'll go to the temple for Rosh Hashanah services, and then I believe it's a week or two later. Then you'll do Yom Kippur, and
Okay.
Yom Kippur is the Day of Atonement.
Well, of course,
And so
yes,
that's
after the celebration comes the reflection,
yes, yeah,
perhaps.
pretty much.
Will you be partaking in that as well?
No, probably not.
Not so
I
much
mean,
of the atonement.
I'll probably fast. So you
Right.
typically for Yom Kippur you fast. So
Yeah.
I'll just fast and do it here at the house. But
Are you just doing the good and easy bits and the fun bits?
well, of course.
Okay. Right. Yes, how do I join
I
your
mean,
religion?
isn't that what life is supposed to be about?
Okay, very good. Excellent stuff. Now, so do you have any beef then, or are you kind of peace and love and all easygoing and festive at the moment?
Oh no, I'm really pissed off at him, Jen. So
Okay, let's go. Now that's unusual, to be fair, isn't it? Because I've heard only good things. Nunu, of course, of Winsurance,
right,
is connected directly with MGen,
right.
and
Now they're idiots.
Oh, really? So what's
Other idiots.
okay? What's stuck in your craw this morning?
All right. So when we got here, all right, we got MGen, we got the top level because we didn't know what kind of insurance we'd need. So we
Yeah.
got the top tier. So no copay, no out of pocket, no deductible. Everything is zero. We go in, we get everything done, we pay nothing because we pay a high premium.
Yeah.
So we wait our 90 days, and Michelle goes in and gets a routine mammogram. Every woman probably over 40 gets a yearly mammogram, at least in the US. I am presuming here, maybe not so much, but I mean, it's a routine thing to do.
Yeah.
So she goes in, she gets it, not a problem. They send her a bill. She's like, no, we have MGen. It's supposed to be covered. Oh, no, no, no. We sent it and they declined. So this is what you owe.
We sent it and
Okay.
they declined. What does that mean?
They sent in the bill to MGen, and MGen said, well, they're going to pay this
Oh, I
much, but
see.
the customer needs to pay the rest.
Okay.
We're like, we don't, that's not how our policy works. And they said, oh, but this is what you need to pay.
Right.
Okay, we paid it. Then we contacted Nuno and started this almost year-long fight with MGen to get them to reimburse. And it's been, um, you're out of network. No, we weren't out of network. Oh, well, so um, it's not routine. It is routine. Oh, well, that they had, I don't know, 4 or 5 different reasons not to pay. So we kept going around and around and around with them. They said, okay, we're going to send it to our medical committee. So we'll leave, send it to an independent committee and let them decide. They came back and they said it was pre-existing conditions.
For a mammogram.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
Which
How
is
the hell?
an examination rather than
Right.
yes. Yeah. Okay.
Rather than a diagnosis. And so we're like, well, how did you come up with um, how did you come up with that? And they said, well, because she had cancer back in 2013. Okay,
Right. Okay.
okay, but the cancer she had was nowhere near breast cancer. So how do you equate the two? And it's been 12 years. It's been 12 years. So how can you say it is? How can you come up with that? They didn't
Mm.
have an answer. They just said it's pre-existing, but it's not pre-existing. A routine exam is not pre-existing.
Well, you would think not. You would think not. So where are you with that? Have you swallowed on that then? Have you or are
We
you
didn't have a choice. Yeah,
right? Okay.
they refused to. They said,
Yeah.
now, had you waited the year,
Yes.
then we probably would have covered it. Okay,
Yeah.
did anybody bother to tell us that, oh, by the way, if you have something 12 years ago in the past, you need to wait 1 year so that it will be covered?
A year of their policy in action, or a
Right.
year? Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
a year, right, or maybe it was 100, maybe it was 120 days or something in their
Okay.
policy.
Right. On a cynical note, Matt is saying, "Are you surprised? This is standard insurance behaviour. Claim premium fees and find any loophole to not pay what is insured." What did Nuno say about this? Nuno's presumably been pushing on your behalf.
Oh, he was shocked. He didn't understand
Right.
it
Okay.
either.
Yeah.
He,
Okay.
he keeps saying that, we're not doctors, we're not medical. MGen's not, doctors. They just do the policy. They're going to send it to the doctors. And I said, well, but their doctors are idiots.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hear you. I hear you, and perhaps it is part of a change. I mean, we are used to this in the UK. The sort of general relationship between the population and insurance companies is one of cynicism. I know that's the case in the United States as well, right? That's fair to say, and maybe it's happening here now because we've had we're in our sort of days of salad and clover, perhaps, and the bigger situation, of course, certainly with the health industry and insurance, is that there are more people needing the services. Premiums are going up. T-Duck here, my issue with MGen is the drastic price increases. They do go up, don't they, year on year anyway, and as you get older, they go up. We haven't even used it, and the premium has nearly doubled in 3 years. So perhaps this is part of a general sort of socio-economic financial picture as well that we're experiencing. And then it's not the golden days anymore, is it?
No,
No.
it's not. It's funny. We talk about how well the insurance is here,
Mm.
but what's interesting is in the U.S. they understand that a mammogram is routine care.
Mhm.
So you're not going to, if you have a deductible or your copay or an out of pocket or something like that, you know what it is right up front. An out of pocket of this much, and you've got a deductible of 2,000, and so your out of pocket or your copay is going to be $30. Okay,
Yeah.
I know that up front. I know that going in, I'm gonna get a bill and it's gonna be $30. If you've got an insurance policy where there is no out of pocket, no deductible, and no copay, you expect that to be the case. You expect
Yeah.
000. You go in, you get it done. See ya. Ciao.
Do you know what?
Like,
That's part of the problem here, I think, isn't it? Is like it whenever you're not expecting something or you feel like you've been sort of double crossed, that adds insult to injury. In many ways, in the United States, you kind of know you're up against it, don't you? You
right.
know,
Yeah.
so, yeah,
You know what the numbers are going to be.
yes,
Even if you're working for an employer and they subsidize your insurance, okay, I've got a $3,000 out of pocket, or 3,000 deductible, and I've got this deductible, this out of pocket, this deductible, and I've got a $50 copay.
yeah,
So right up front, until I meet these three criterias,
yes,
that's what I've got to pay. Once I reach that, then insurance covers it.
yeah.
So
Well,
that up front.
yep. Things are changing here for sure, aren't they? And I guess one of the problems with this is a contagion that might happen, where people decide, like Matty is here. Are you surprised? Oh, that was an earlier comment. Yeah, the exact insurance behavior is the reason I have no extra insurances, just the legally required ones, vehicle insurances. So as more people can't afford it or choose not to pay for it, that presumably means that the service also worsens for the people who are still inside the insurance. We shall
Could
see.
be.
We shall see about that, and we are facing, there's some big sort of socio-economic issues of an aging population, more demand on the health services, and so on. So these things will be changing. Did you resort to the Livro de Reclamações? Anyone who's not familiar with that might know it better as the complaints book. I'm guessing you went straight there, didn't you?
No, because I figured it wasn't going to do any good.
Okay, that's another possible call, isn't it?
It
Where
wasn't going to do any good.
I think it can
All
be
I'd
quite
be doing is just
influential.
spending more time on a dead issue.
Yeah, well, I've never signed a Livro de Reclamações, but I know that people who have asked for it, it can often change the atmosphere if you're in a situation and you ask for the complaints book. People do not want the weight of an added weight of bureaucracy added to their situation because I think they're obliged to take action. I got knocked back on various insurances so much in Australia for ridiculous reasons, presumably, that I also now have only essential insurances. I think that this perhaps is the way things are going. And yes, as I said before, it's not those early days, is it? Where I don't know, we're talking about 4 or 5 years ago, aren't we? Where it's like, wow, the premiums are how much? That's amazing. I'll take the highest level. And what a lovely service we're having. Things are changing. Livroche worked for me against NOS. It is easy. So there you go. And there is an ombudsman available for health insurance disputes in Portugal. I think you've been through that process by the sound. Have you done that bit?
No, like I said, we just kept going back and
You're letting
forth.
that go.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
Nuno's team was helping us and going back and forth with them
Yeah.
and trying to get an explanation.
Well, fair play
And
to them. Good to hear that they're still doing their best in these
yeah,
difficult circumstances. All right,
yep,
well, love to them and insurance, and yeah, be aware of this, folks. This is the situation that's unfolding in front of us around health insurance. It is going to be a little bit more challenging, I think, all round, and our expectations might have to change. Right, Barak? There's a takeaway here.
pretty much. And you know,
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost as if I didn't even schedule a colonoscopy, and I got one anyhow. Sorry.
Look, don't say that when I've just taken a mouthful of water. We,
Sorry.
The whole studio nearly got sprayed. Okay, so yes, that's how you're feeling, is it? After this, I filed several complaints against Millennium Bank and used the ombudsman. The bank has paid me over €100. He's up on the deal, maybe. During the August fires, Pete suggested to me to get an insurance against wildfires. I'm inclined to get one, but only if I get in black and white what and how much they will pay out in case my farm, gets affected there. And Aviva, good morning to you. Yes, ditto with MGen high premiums. Yes, as we all get older, those premiums are only going one way, folks.
Yep.
And MGen, believe it or not, do have some of the better deals and policies on the market because they're a mutual and not a profit-seeking, a profit motive company there. And yes, good morning to you,
Correct.
Ocean Dweller. Happy New Year to you as well. This morning, right? So there was I thought we were only talking about beef brisket. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Right.
Okay, looking forward already to next month. So the EU and the Agricultural Commission of Portugal, MGen, have been in your sights. Let's see who we have next month. Before you go, though, and as a little bit of a palate cleanser and something upbeat and positive from BMZ Travel, everybody, where are we going, Barak?
Oh, let's see. If I can remember how to do this. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, how do I?
Oh, are you doing a screen share for us?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Did
share
I
screen. Here
remember
we
correctly
go.
that you've
Here
got
we
a
go.
little Christmas trip plan as we are you the first to mention Christmas, I think, on the Good Morning Portugal
I think
show?
so.
You're excused because I
Um,
suppose as a travel agent and thinking about Christmas trips, we can do that. But no one else
that's
is
not
allowed to
it.
talk about
Nope,
Christmas.
that's not what I wanted.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
was that your spreadsheet for your
Yeah.
your email, your personal
Oh.
emails? All right. Oh, you
Oh,
tell
I've
me when
totally
I
lost you.
can share it on the
There we
screen.
go. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute.
All right.
Let's try.
And which country are we going to then? What have you got lined up for us today?
Let's see here.
Christmas in London, Christmas in Paris, Christmas
We are
in.
doing
You've forgotten, haven't you?
Christmas in Switzerland.
Oh, okay, perfect. Cuckoo clocks, watches, clocks, yes, and
Yes.
chocolate
Hold on. I'm having a hard time here. Hold on.
and neutrality. Don't you worry. You take it easy. I kept you waiting this morning. I can wait a few minutes.
Why not?
For you today.
Let's see here. PDFs. Okay.
Right.
So
I'm also looking back at these requests. So the model will play next. I think we'll have a Rocky Horror Show tune that was requested.
cool.
Can you please also Christopher Maloney? I'll hold until tomorrow because we'll have the full glorious video of that. So we'll do that one tomorrow. T Duck. We've got the model by Craftwork, and we have got. I don't know if I should play "Don't Cry for Me" from Evita or the JSSS Sweet Transvestite tune from the Rocky Horror Show. I don't know. Obviously, clearly don't know the name of that specifically there. We've got presumably some really nice pictures of Switzerland somewhere on Barak's computer. He can't find.
Okay. This is going to be frustrating here in just a second.
Will fondue be involved? That's what we want to know.
Well, fondue.
Yes.
Possibly.
He doesn't like
Very
a fondue
possible.
person. Yes. Okay.
All right. Wait a minute. This is not doing what I wanted.
You're
to
determined,
do. Right,
aren't
you know
you?
what?
You're determined to bring something.
All right. We'll just do it this way. All right. So sorry.
Don't worry.
It's it's a 4-day, 3-night tour.
Yeah.
Includes hotel, airfare, meals, private guided tour. They speak English.
What someone was looking for an opportunity to practice their Swiss or French or German?
Well, if you want to practice your Swiss, I'm sure they will find a way to help you with that.
All right. Okay.
It's all inclusive. You'll visit Zurich, Biel, Thun, Interlaken, Lake Thun, Bern, Mount Pilatus, and Lucerne.
You're spoiling us on this one. That's
I'm
a lot of
trying.
places.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's $13.95 a person.
Right.
And so day one, you fly from Lisbon to Zurich. You'll do a little panoramic tour of Zurich, and then you'll visit the medieval quarter on the banks of the Lamont River. Then you'll do a walking tour through the cathedral, Munster Bridge.
Ooh.
No, not the Munsters. Church of Mary, including the stained glass windows by Marc Chagall.
Really? That
Um,
sounds nice.
yeah. And then some free time to wander through the Christmas markets right there. And then from Zurich, you'll travel to Biel and that's where they do the Swiss watchmaking. So the Swiss watchmaking industry is in Biel, and that will be your home base for the next couple of days. Will be Biel, and so you'll travel outside of it.
Ooh, okay.
Day two, you'll have breakfast at the hotel, and then you'll cross an original wooden bridge into the old quarter town of the old town. Boat trip to Spice View Mountain scenery, glaciers, villages, medieval churches, castles. Then
That
you'll
kind of
do.
stuff.
There you
Yes.
go. Then by bus you go to Interlaken, and you'll have a church at a local heritage site from UNESCO. Then off to I can't pronounce that word. Zeglog. It's
Other
Swiss.
place,
I
other
can't get
place
it.
in Switzerland. Yes.
It's sometimes you just can't.
Right.
But the
I'm
clock
loving the
tower is the
stained glass.
most.
I'm kind of hung up on stained glass here.
Oh yeah.
Um,
The stained glass windows by Marc Chagall are amazing.
Oh, have you seen them
Yeah.
before?
No, I haven't. I
Oh.
mean, I've seen pictures like this, but Marc Chagall is amazing.
Yeah, indeed.
That right there is worth the trip alone.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Then you'll go see the city clock.
Ooh,
Lights
nice.
and sounds and smells of the holidays. They've got a little market there, Christmas market.
Yeah.
So you'll visit the wooden stalls that have handicrafts and gastronomic, gingerbread, mulled wine, things like that.
Ooh, love it.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
seasonal stuff. Right. Okay. Right.
Then
Very
you'll
good.
have.
Sorry, you haven't finished, have you?
Nope, I've got another day or so. Then day three.
Okay.
Day three, after breakfast, you'll park for the Lakes of the Four Cantons, birthplace of legendary William Tell. Ascend the mountain by cable car to the summit of Mount Pilatus.
Cool.
Yep. Then you'll go to Lucerne, considered to be one of the most beautiful cities in Switzerland. Panoramic tour through there. You'll hit the Chapel Bridge, Mill Bridge, Jesuit Church, Wine Market Square, and Town Hall, and then you'll return back to Biel for dinner, and then day four, pack up and head home.
Very nice. And you say, oh, well, I've got the pictures of Switzerland at Christmas. Is it ideal place to be? Is it not? Oh, those are the stained glass windows. Hold on a minute. But I mean, what a place to be at Christmas.
Yeah.
Switzerland, it's going to be nice. As you say, the sights, sounds, and smells of Christmas. Mulled wine, probably horse manure from a horse-drawn carriage.
Possibly. Yep.
Yeah,
It adds to the smells.
It does, doesn't it? And get yourself a cuckoo clock. And what's the booze? What? There's going to be some of that glue vine, is there? As well as mulled wine as well. Sounds amazing.
And all for $13.95.
$13.95 for €1,395 for 4 days and 3 nights. What about a restful holiday where you have 4 nights and 3 days? That's just, you might need a rest. You might need another little city break, somewhere quiet after this, because that's a hell of a pace. But probably what you want to do to share the excitement of Christmas, right? So lovely. Thank you very much for that. And the way to get in touch with you, people can get your number off me, but you have BMZ Travel on Facebook. I think that's your primary.
I do. Yeah. And they can reach me at through WhatsApp at 9666-954-99.
So 966. Run that past me again. And
966
966
695
6695
$4.99.
$4.99. Hopefully that's Barak, but then again, it might be a Chinese takeaway in Coimbra. Let's
Could
find
be.
out this morning. Ask Barak, like somebody's saying, what he went as for the Halloween Rocky Horror this year. No, it can't. We haven't had Halloween yet. When did you do this?
No.
When did you do this?
Gee, I wonder who that could have been. Um,
Come on, Barak. You're among friends here.
all right, years ago, we always used to have a Halloween party, costume party at our house when we were in the States,
Yes,
and
I know where
it
this
was
is going.
we do costumes, and it
Yeah.
was a little competition between everybody who showed up. If you didn't come in costume, you had to go home. You couldn't just come in regular street clothes. So my neighbor was always coming up with these wild costumes, and I thought, well, I need to come up with a costume that would trump his. And the one that I did was I was Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror.
Of course you were.
Of course I was.
Yes.
I
Okay.
mean, down to the wig, the bustier. I had
The
6-inch
what?
platform heels.
This is just a polite way of saying women's clothes, right? But a
Right, yeah,
bustier
pretty much.
is like a a basque, is it? Basically,
I don't
is
know
that
what a
right?
basket. What's a basket?
A Madonna style. This is for holding your
Yes,
boobs up and
yes,
like nice,
yes,
tightly pinched at the
yes,
waist.
yes.
It's creating such a lovely image, which I'll never be able. And the obligatory stockings, presumably as well.
Yes.
Okay.
6-inch platform heels.
Seriously, and did you just happen
Seriously.
to have all of this clothing in
Oh
your
no,
house?
no, no, no.
Right.
I had to go out and buy it all.
Did you? That must have been fun as well. What a lot of great value. So, can you help me out here then? And if you've got a picture, please.
No, I don't have a picture, thank God.
Right, okay. All right. Oh, more consumer complaints here. Not about his outfit, although that
Yes.
you would be. I can understand that. A few months ago, I found a new charge on my Galp bill, $3.98 a month, without my permission or knowledge. They started charging me for a monthly maintenance contract. I had to go to the lawyer to sit it down to get it stopped. Yeah, be careful with this sort of thing. There's Barak's number if you want to go to Switzerland this Christmas. Fancy Switzerland this Christmas, Mrs. M? Oh, okay, it's not for her this year. Maybe
No?
next year.
Okay.
Okay, I think she's got other plans. She's got other plans.
Oh.
But I love the sound of that. That's great. Thank you very much. Banks are inclined to add products you didn't pay for, like health insurance. Okay, that's not very good, is it? So we will keep beefing about such things and have a Barak's beef as well as a Barak's break, as you heard this morning. Can you help me out before you go, though, Barak? And thank you so much, Jess, for your input this morning. And as I say, something we can't unsee in our imaginations. What is this? We've got Pinball Wizard we might play, but from there's lots of musical requests here. And Arrow talking about what is this? Gethsemane JCSS Sweet Transvestite. Do you know that track? I feel like I need to play it now. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
Thank you for your help.
No.
So what in that case?
Wait. Or a rich man, Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh,
Yeah.
the track is Sweet
Okay.
Transvestite.
Talk about
Sweet
Fiddler on the
Transvestite.
Roof from Don't Cry for Me. Wait, Fiddler on the Roof. If I were a rich man from Fiddler on the
It's
Roof,
Sweet
right? Don't Cry for Me,
Transvestite.
Evita,
You
and
know,
JCSS.
mate, it's Sweet Transvestite. I figured it out. It's Sweet Transvestite, and we're going to play it especially for you. All right. So we've got
Okay.
we've got a theme developing here. We've got the model, and she's looking good. We've got Sweet Transvestite, which will conjure up even more images of Barak in our mind's eye. Thank you very much for that. And we'll leave space for another. Well, you can choose it, Barak. What musical? Do you like musicals? I've got a feeling
I
you
do.
might. Yeah. What's your favorite musical track that I can play for you this morning? We might continue this theme tomorrow.
How about something from Les Miserables?
Les
Les
Miserables.
Miserables.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Anything in particular? From Les Mis?
Les Mis? No, I
Okay.
enjoyed the whole play.
I think we'll have I Dreamed a Dream then.
Okay.
And I've got the Anne Hathaway version. That's what we'll play unless we get a request for something other than that. So a threesome of tunes that I sorry because I was late this morning. How did that happen that you ended up on a big screen like that?
Yeah.
You've got your own screen now. How about
I got
that?
my own screen.
There we go. There we go. There we got the balance right now. Jesus Christ Superstar. Oh, okay. JCSS as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Sweet Transvestite we'll go with as well. What an amazing mixed bag this morning. I'm not talking about you and your outfit again. Phantom of the Opera. Okay.
Yeah, I've tried to put that behind me.
Yeah.
It was many years ago.
And it wasn't you, was it, who asked that? I thought you were just giving me a prompt. This is somebody else in the household who I suspect you'll be going to speak to right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody went as a slutty dog walker.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I do that most evenings. You? Okay. Right. Okay, mate. All the best to you. Thanks, Michelle, as well. And a nice big round of applause to you. Cheers, mate. We'll see you next month.
Ciao.
Ciao. See you. Oh, what a legend. Right, okay. And we switch up to full stereo audio now. I don't know. What is the mental equivalent of bleach for getting images out of your head? I don't know. Somebody sent, please, the instructions for doing that. And we will go to the Wednesday playlist. It is Wednesday, Cartafera, of course. And we'll start with the model. Thanks for this suggestion, Matty. A little bit of sweet transvestite action. Who doesn't like? And then in a more refined way, we'll end with I dreamed a dream on an uplifting and inspirational note. Okay. Over to you, Craft. Woo! Yes.
She's a model and she's looking good. I'd like to take her home, that's understood. She plays hard to get, she smiles from time
very good suggestion. Sweet transvestite now.
Do I see you've met my faithful handyman? He's just a little brought down because when you knocked, he thought you were the candy man. Don't get strung up by the way I look. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Let me show you a rhyme and maybe play you a sign. You look like you're both pretty groovy. Or if you want something visual that's not too abysmal, we could take in an old Steve Reeves movie.
I'm glad we caught you at home. Could we use your phone? We're both in a bit of a hurry.
Right.
We'll just say where we are, then go back to the car. We don't want to be any worry.
Well, you got caught with a flat world. How about that? Well, babies, don't you panic. By the light of the night, it'll all seem alright. I'll get you a satanic mechanic. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Why don't you stay for the night?
Night.
Or maybe a bite.
Night.
I could show you my favorite obsession. I've been making a man with blonde hair and a tan, and he's good for relieving my tension. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Hey, I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. So, come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation.
Ah, see what he did there.
But maybe the rain is really to blame. So I'll remove the cause. But not the symptom.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm just going to hold it there because we've got I Dreamed a Dream. And I was looking up. Let me just get back onto the screen here somehow. Which button for that? Ah, this one. Okay. Oh, there's my latest article for the Portugal Resident as well there. I Came to Heal. I enjoyed writing that one, as I did for this week, which is a little bit of a pushback on a Guardian. It's like not exactly an article. They do something called Pass Notes, and it was about why Americans want to move to Portugal, which I took issue with, which should be out tomorrow. Okay, so thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your forbearance on the lateness of the service today. Thank you to Carl McAdam reporting to us live from Central Portugal, and Barak for Barak's Beef, Barak's Break, and a few giggles with him, and an image we'll never forget. And yeah, don't forget to keep the fun going. Hopefully we'll get a picture that we can put up at the Portugal Club from Michelle as well. And if you want to know more about that property, do let us know, and I'll put you in touch with Carl. Now, it's great. Playing music is wonderful because we learn so much about Portuguese music, which we haven't done for a little while, but we will do that. So we'll come back to our guide to Portuguese music. And when we're playing music, we can do incredible cover versions. And I've just found one. We could have had Anne Hathaway. We could have had Ruthie Henshaw. We could have had Susan Poyle. But instead, we're going to have I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables by Aretha Franklin, which I'm really looking forward to now. So I'll leave that with you. Before I go, I put up on the screen a mention of the Portuguese's 2026 calendar. That should be available soon. I don't know what this is, the journey from Lisboa to London, but they've called London something different there after quite a long journey, I think probably on a coach. And this little bit of cultural information, it was pointed out to me that in Portugal, you don't say mais uma, like one more with beer, because that indicates you've already been drinking. And that's been brought to my attention when I've done that on more than one occasion. So you just say almost before. You don't say one more to give away the game there. Okay, over to you, Aretha. Les Mis, I Dreamed a Dream, Aretha Franklin. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Of days gone by when hopes were high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die, and then I dreamed that God would be forgiving. That I was young and I was unafraid, and dreams were made and used and tasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, nothing was wasted. Then the tigers come at night with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your dreams apart, as they turn your dreams to shame, 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 shame. He walked the summer by my side,
Imagine producing your own olive oil from olive trees that grow on your own piece of private paradise in central Portugal. Here, among the discreet tranquility of mature trees, a babbling stream, and ancient granite stone, find personal peace and enjoy the sustainable production of home-nurtured, wholesome food and even wine. Coming complete with a water wheel-powered olive press, in Portuguese, a lagar, this could be an unusual hydro-powered off-grid hideaway, lending itself to relaxing residential use with a spacious 3-bedroom villa that includes a pool, ample workspace and garaging. Commercial potential also exists for the new guardians whose dreams might be realised in the old and considerable granite stables. Less than 2 hours from Portugal's ancient academic heart, Roman Coimbra, and only an hour away from Spain, this is a place to grow in every sense, a private sanctuary of spacious and nourishing riverfront rurality.